Hello, hello, my dear new human family. My name is Oracle Jessie, she, her, hers. I am here for the new humans and the old souls. And as you can probably tell, I am in a coffee shop. I thought it was a perfect place to film the weekly reading because look at the artwork behind me, the death card. And then this says Libra over here. This one says no. I know you can't see that one, but I figured with the death card, the transformation card behind me, it was the perfect place. And then look at this hair. This hair. Oh goodness. Okay. It's okay. I'm an artist. I'm allowed. So, I'm just going to go ahead and dive into the reading. I've got one quick announcement though. I discussed it with a friend yesterday and they suggested, or rather agreed with me because I said that I might just do the year ahead readings as paintings because I'm doing these paintings now. If you haven't taken a look already at my paintings on Instagram and Facebook, I've gotten three that I've kind of shared about. I'm going to do a video on at least two of them. I don't know about the third one, but I do have them with me. I am traveling currently, so if you are interested in those paintings, then let me know. I am going to be doing commissions as well. It's going to be, and I'll talk about this more in my future video that I'm putting out on Tuesday. So yeah, check up on the Tuesday video, but it's called Premonition Paintings, and you can find me under that name, Premonition Paintings, on Facebook and Instagram. You can find the new paintings there too, and I will be doing YouTube videos on that. I don't know if I'm going to be putting the YouTube videos on this channel or if they're going to be on their own separate channel. And I do talk about that in the video coming out on Tuesday. So, probably after this week, I might start doing the weekly paintings as energetic readings. Let me know what you guys think about that. Okay. Announcements over. When I was shuffling the animal knowledge cards, the polar bear came out. And I love this story of the polar bear. One of the Inuit stories describes a 10-legged polar bear living in the Arctic ice pack who renounced the violence of his four-legged relatives and attempted to create a community based on peace and love. And that is so poignant and so relevant to what I'm trying to do. So the symbolism behind the polar bear is power, wisdom, and peace. So this idea that this week we might be feeling a sense of community that is based on peace, mutual respect, and love. So yeah, I'm so feeling that for myself right now, and that's really congruent and in alignment with the messages that I'm getting for myself from other people and the messages, of course, that I'm getting for myself. So that's that part of our reading. I like pulling from the animal knowledge deck because it gives, because I have so many decks, it gives a set of, excuse me, I'm sorry. It gives a sort of consistency that I'm looking for, even when times are changing. So even if I do decide to do premonition paintings every week for our energetic readings, I might still pull from the animal knowledge deck just because it is fun. It's an interesting way to look at things, and it's an interesting way to bring us in more connection with nature. So I'm going to pull from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reed, Alberto Vialdo, and Marcela Lobos. Let's take a look here and see what these cards have to say. You've seen these before if you've been watching me for a while. Oh, I didn't say at the beginning, but I do want to remind you all that this is the reading for December 8th, 2019. And if this is no longer the week of December 8th, 2019, time is relative, time is irrelevant, and time cycles back again. Time is quantum. You are watching this in the perfect timing. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? There's my lovely weekly reminder. Here's card number 1 here. I am so excited. This is the Rainmaker. This, to me, is symbolic of reminding us that we have the power to create our own destiny. So remember, the shamans and the witches were often charged with bringing the rain for communities that were farming, or even the communities that were still nomadic and traveling around, bringing the rain so that the people could live. And we are the way showers. We are the way makers. We are the new humans in this world. So we are bringing in the light that is going to be essential in this new energy that we're shifting into, that the world is shifting into, right? Okay, so this is just a reminder that we have the power to tap in within ourselves to shift, to evolve, to grow into that new human being that is really connected to peace, love, happiness, and harmony with all beings, not just with other humans, with all beings. And making rain in your area does not take it away from another place. It co-creates with the universe. So the places that do need it, get it. And we are the magicians that call it to those places that need it most. And so what I'm being called to remind you all is, excuse me, is that when we are being light workers, when we are being healers, when we are shifting into our new humanness and celebrating our new humanness, more fullness in love and compassion, and just being a more joyful human being, we are just called to do that in smaller ways, in everyday actions, everyday ways of being. Because we don't have to do big, huge, grand things in order to make a difference in the world. We make differences in the world by doing small, little, regular things as we go about our daily lives. So remind yourself of that and try to do the small, regular, everyday things that first bring you more joy. Because if you are joyful and full of happiness and love and compassion for yourself, then that's what's going to overflow into someone else, so that other people can benefit from your alignment. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I feel like I went on a tangent there on that card. Okay. Ooh. Card number 2 here is the Rattle. Notice these cards are in sequential order in the way they have this deck organized. This is 42, this is 43. Feels significant somehow. Anyway, the Rattle is very much a shaman's tool. So not only is our way of being going to be important for us to pay attention to this week, but also the tools that we use to do the things that we are doing to bring more light, more compassion, more love, and joy into our everyday lives. So what I'm getting from this is, what is your point of focus? What do you focus on that brings you that joy, that love, that compassion in your everyday life? Because our focus is our number one tool. Our focus, whatever we're focusing on, is either bringing us satisfaction or better, or unsatisfaction or better, right? So our focus is our greatest tool, especially when it comes to manifesting what we desire in our lives. Shifting our focus from the undesired to the desired is going to be 100% life-changing. So shifting our focus to more love, more compassion, more peace, more harmony in our communities, more importantly within ourselves. Because if we have that focus within ourselves of the ways that we show these desired things like love, compassion, peace, and harmony, the more it appreciates and perpetuates, and you can see it, then you'll see evidence of it in your outside world. As above, so below, as within, so without. Your world is your looking glass. Your world is showing you, your physical world outside is showing you what's going on within. So if you want to know what's going on within, where your focus is, just look to your outside world. Don't look too hard, because that's somewhat we don't want to be conditional beings. We don't want to look at our outside world and say, I will be happy, I will be joyful, I will feel love when this happens, and then require that to happen in order to feel love. That's not how it works. If we feel love inside, all that makes us feel love will come more into our lives in the most joyful way. That is the way of least resistance. So focus this week. Make sure that you're paying attention to where your focus is. The first manifestation that you will be able to notice when your focus is moving around and shifting is your emotion. Emotion is a manifestation. It's actually kind of like a compass, or kind of like a temperature gauge. Yeah. So if your emotion is satisfied or better, satisfied, happy, joyful, full of love, elated, whatever, blissful, then you're focusing in the right direction, because you're focusing in alignment with your higher self, with your ideal being, with your God source, however you choose to call it. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Decaf, because it tastes like home without the anxiety. Anyway, if you're focused on something and you feel less than satisfied, then your focus is out of alignment with your inner being, with your higher self, with your ideal self. So we just gotta shift that focus to be more towards what we want and what we desire. Because with that focus shift, then that's how we know we're bringing more of what we desire into our physical experience. Okay, enough on that one. Card number 3, here we go. The reverse. I love this so much. The reverse sacrifice, okay? It's a beautiful card. I love it. So, This to me is saying there is no sacrifice. There is no such thing as sacrifice. There are only choices. Our higher selves do not ask for sacrifice. They only ask you to be more joyful, more full of love, more full of compassion, and loving yourself. Does the butterfly sacrifice its life as a caterpillar when it goes into a chrysalis? It's the death card. It's death, transformation. It's okay to let things go that are no longer serving your purpose, your passion. It's okay to let things go because you know you're up-leveling yourself. We, right now, are up-leveling ourselves. For the record, this card number is 44. We've got 42, 43, and 44. And yes, I've had this deck for a while. No, I didn't put them back in order. I think on the 3rd, Jupiter moved into Capricorn. This is the last time Jupiter was in Capricorn was in December 2007 to January 2009. We all know what happened in 2008. The world is reorganizing itself. Structures are crumbling. The tower collectively is happening so that we can build ourselves a new structure. And with 2020 being the universal year 4, we are asked to shift our focus. There's that word again. To shift our focus into a way that better serves us. You'll see more and more people awakening to the fact that law of attraction works, manifestation works, that this world is built so that humanity can grow and evolve in a loving, benevolent, compassionate way. We will see more people doing this. In the next 10 years, our world is going to change drastically, and 2020 is about building the solid foundation so that we can grow and evolve in a way that best serves everybody. Sacrifices don't exist because sacrifice is a lack mentality, a scarcity mentality. This world has plenty. This world has plenty for us. So we are shifting ourselves out of that scarcity and lack mentality into a mentality of abundance and thriving. This is so doable. This is so practical, and it's going to open up new worlds to us, new worlds of possibility. Yeah, I think I spoke on that enough. Our undercurrent here, underneath the deck, excuse me, is the Mystical Shaman. I read the undercurrents upright always. The Mystical Shaman, just again, the reminder that we are connected, and when we're fully connected, plugged in, and turned on, we are of our greatest service to the world. And our magical selves is the greatest version of ourselves. That when things are connected and flowing, and it's fun and joyful, and we feel so full of life and joy and love, and it's just an amazing feeling. So, pay attention to how this feels for you this week. And the more we plug into that feeling, the more it's going to happen. And the easier it will become for us to shift into that gear, plug into that energy as the more and more we do it with more practice. Just like riding a bike, right? With more practice, the easier it becomes. With more focus, with more intention, we'll be able to shift into that energy easier, better, faster. Okay? I think that's it for us this week. Let me know if you guys resonated with this. Let me know if this makes sense to you. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I am feeling so at peace right now. It's amazing and beautiful and wonderful. I love this, doing these things. I love the direction I'm going. I love the direction the world is going. Yeah, it's time for us to enjoy the process and celebrate that process. So, I love you all. Thank you for being patient with the coffee shop noise. I will post pictures of these cards on Facebook and Instagram, so be sure to check them out at Oracle Jessie. I'll put all the links down below. Yeah. I will see you again shortly. I love you all. Hasta la bye-bye.